Hello, good evening, and welcome to The Last Door Season 2. Let's begin. Hopefully we'll start with a recap. Oh, perfect. There we go. Previously on The Last Door. Jeremiah Devitt, alerted by the suicide and mysterious letter of his friend Anthony Beechworth, went in search for the memories of his past that he had lost. Devitt discovered that in school he had taken part in a strange experiment. Its goal was to peek through the veil, the thin line between common reality and the world of horror and madness that lies beyond, under the watch of the Eye of the Bird. During his search, he was inoculated with the drug they had used back then. The serum made Devitt's mind travel for a few hours to the dreamlike realm of the Veil. There he met his old classmate, Alexander Dupre, who urged Devitt to join his cause and cross with them to the realm of the Bird. When Devitt woke up from his trance, he found himself deeply convinced by his friend's words. He traveled to Dupre's house, where he discovered his friend had dosed himself with a new serum, leaving a catatonic body behind. The new drug was capable of transporting the mind permanently to the Veil and beyond. Finally, Devitt found a vial of the serum and had it injected. He met his friend again in the Veil, and together they walked through the last door, entering a world forbidden to human eyes. Devitt's therapist, Dr. John Wakefield, worried by his patient's disappearance and strange visions, had sought the help of his colleague, Professor Johann Kaufmann, an expert in the occult. Searching Anthony Beechworth's house, Wakefield and Kaufmann found a disturbing returned letter in which Anthony had tried to warn Alexander Dupre of what could happen if the door was opened. He feared something from the other side might then come to ours. They are coming. Oh, one of these, again. What do I do? None of us could prepare for this. The visions, screaming, were merely a warning. And now it is too late. They are coming. Last night I had the nightmare again, but this time it was different. This time he talked to me. Oh. It was the same unknown street, void of any sound and life. I walked aimlessly as if I were lost. Then I could hear it, the broken tromping on the wet cobblestones, the familiar sound of approaching, limping footsteps. Then, as before, he stood in front of me, gazing unrelentlessly, like he was expecting something. This time he spoke. Give me back what he took. Nothing else. Give me back what he took. No. I've fallen asleep again. What time is it? Dawn already. It is time. It was several months since Kaufman and I had found that mysterious letter at Anthony Beechworth's house. The letter never sent, a cryptic warning what would happen if a certain door were opened. It bore only the name of the addressee, Alexander Dupre. We felt sure Dupre was key to finding my patient and friend Jeremiah Devitt, who had disappeared in such strange circumstances. Troubled by the death of his friend Anthony, Devitt had visited the school of his childhood and had never been seen again. Kaufman soon conveyed to me his deep concerns and warned that I should conduct any investigations with the utmost discretion. He pursued his own research, though his thoughts and methods remained a secret. In his last letter, he requested that I visit East Hill Lunatic Asylum in London. There were reasons to believe that Alexander had been institutionalized there for many years. I was asked to confirm this hypothesis, and if it had proved correct, to gather whatever other information might arise. Oh, I think I saw a bird. London. East Hill. Ah, okay. Here we are in foggy old London town. East Hill. Season 2, Episode 1, The Playwright. So this is East Hill Lunatic Asylum. I hope I can find information on Alexander Dupre here. Ladies and gentlemen, don't miss the latest news in town. Sea monster found in St. Ives. News on the death of the dead ambassador. Canada elects new prime minister. Bye bye bye. Illustrated London Strand. Talk to him. Good morning, boy. Will you give me a newspaper? Yes, sir, at 6p. I'm afraid I don't have 6p. Can you make change for a shilling? I'm sorry I can't, sir, but you know where to find me when you have the coins. What can you tell me about this building? The asylum? I've never been inside and hope I never will. It's full of crazies, you know. Have you seen anything unusual around here? No, but maybe if you bought a newspaper. Oh. Goodbye, boy. Goodbye, sir. Alright, so to get some information out of this kid, we're going to have to buy a newspaper. Got it. East Hill Lunatic Asylum. Well, let's go in. What's over here? A few cardboard sheets lie on the bench. Each shows a perfectly symmetric design in black ink. Neat. What about over there? The large door is made of strong metal. This must lead to a secure ward of the hospital. Inmate quarters. Okay, can we open it? Let's see. It's locked shut. I can't open it. Well. Didn't have high hopes. Let's talk to this fellow. Good morning. Ah, yes, a lovely morning. Sunlight of a quite fascinating character. I beg your pardon? The light, it makes everything look different, you see. Light touches things, soaks into them, and changes their nature. It makes them shimmer or makes them die. Do you live here in the hospital? I do indeed. My family is a generous benefactor to East Hill. They had me committed, but I don't blame them. They are just incapable of appreciating my art, or any art, for that matter. They mistake it for insanity. Let's ask him about his drawings. What are you drawing there? I am not just drawing, my friend. I'm trying to feel the light, to translate its power to the surface of the paper. Those animals don't like it, though. They don't want me to succeed, so they take them away. They take my drawings and they study them and they laugh because my eyes can see the light and theirs are blind, but someday, everyone will understand. Who are they, the ones who take your art away? Ha! Those foolish caretakers. They hide behind a big mirror where they think themselves safe, and they look at me. They observe me. They even take notes. What about this? You have some curious drawings right there beside you. Oh, you mean these? They are the only art that makes any sense here. The doctors use them to cajole some patients into revealing secret inner truths. I won't return them to the doctors until they return the art they've stolen from me. Ah, so like Rorschach tests. Got it. Let's ask about the drawings first. Did you happen to know where your drawings are now? I suspect they're somewhere in the archive, since I've seen confiscated items taken there before. You seem different from the rest. Can I trust you? I've been trying to sneak in for days now, but Miss Riswell keeps a tight guard on the door. I even stole a key from one of those guards. You're a doctor. Surely you could gain entry. If you could recover my drawings, I'd be so grateful. Here, take the key with you. Okay. Quest number 1, I guess. Get this guy's drawings back. My name is Dr. Wakefield. I'm looking for a man... Wait, he knew we were a doctor, but we hadn't introduced ourselves yet. Anyway, I'm looking for a man who lived here some time ago. Would you happen to know one Alexander Dupre? Hey, it's spelled... See, before it was spelled it was D-R-E, and now it's D-E-R. The name does not ring a bell. I have not been here long, though. You should ask the other patients. They may be able to help you. Some have been here for many years. Or you could ask one of the others, the brutes who keep us here. I must go. Have a nice day. Dr. Wakefield died on the way back to his home planet. Alright. What do we got here? The rose window brings a solemn air to the room. An oil picture portraying Dymphna, patron saint of the psychiatrists, but also of those who suffer neurological disorders and victims of incest. That escalated quickly. She was killed by her own father, who chopped off her head after she refused to marry him when her mother died. Whoa. Yeah, he seems like a pleasant guy. We'll just, get his pictures back. What could go wrong? A portrait of a severe-looking man, most probably the founder of the Institute. A serene, bucolic landscape with gentle colors. Same, okay. Bookshelf. These books are not volumes of psychiatry or medical science, but old serial novels for patients to read. Huh. Can we get back here? I'm sorry, sir. The archive is off limits. Ah, this must be Miss Riswell. Good morning, madam. My name is Dr. Wakefield. I am a psychiatrist. Oh my, good morning. Forgive my manners. I get so excited when we have visitors. We don't get many these days, and certainly we are lacking experts like you. What do you mean you lack experts? Every year we get less funding from the Crown. First the doctors started to leave, then it was the caretakers, now very few remain. But we have a responsibility to our poor patients, do we not? We must care for them. They cannot be out living with the proper people. We must keep ourselves safe. And our patients, too, of course. I'm looking for a man who used to be a patient here a few years ago. His name is Alexander Dupre. Did you perchance ever meet him? Alexander Dupre. Yes, there was one with a foreign name. I remember something of him. A good man, if I recall correctly. An educated man. But there was something strange about him, wasn't there? I believe it scared some of the other patients. You never know with this lot. I'm sorry that I can't remember much. There have been so many people here. It's hard to keep track. Have you worked here for long? Yes, a long time. I can scarcely remember how many years. Time goes slowly in here, in the isolation. The rules don't allow us to leave. I don't know what is happening in the world anymore. but we have our duty to anyone to access them without the proper authority. Many of our patients come from good families, you see, and we take great care to respect their privacy. But do not look so crestfallen. You would not find much in any case. It is a long time since they've been organized. Our work here takes a great deal of discipline, Dr. Wakefield, as I'm sure you appreciate. It is rewarding in and of itself, but oh, I do wish I had something to occupy my mind more to help me eat past the time. How that would ease my burden. I shall not bother you then. Oh, the music's kicking in. This must be the recreational wing, where patients relax and pass the time. Perhaps here I can find someone who met Alexander Dupre while he was institutionalized. A marble bust of Hygeia, Greek goddess of physical and mental health. The stone bust keeps the patients silent company. A sunny beach lapped by the waves of a gentle sea. A cheerful pastoral scene. The warm decoration of this room suggests a great deal of sensitivity to the patient's moral needs. Moral needs? Wow. The warm decoration of this room suggests a great... Okay, I read that already. Blech. A variety of old-fashioned landscapes that portray nature as tame and welcoming. How nice. Let's talk to this guy. A man wearing a worn-out military uniform, lost in God knows what thoughts. Excuse me, sir, I could not help but notice your uniform. Were you in the army? Leave me alone. You do not want to talk to a coward such as myself. Sure, sir. Leave me alone. I am just a coward. Okay. Good morning, madam. My name is Wakefield. I'm looking for a former patient of this institution. The rumbling. She doesn't seem to have noticed me. Madam, if I may persist, have you been living here for long? The rumbling. I am looking for a former patient of this hospital. You may have met him. An eyeless gaze. Uh-oh. Some's looking. I am looking for a man that you may have met. His name is Alexander Dupre. Oh. What a strong reaction upon hearing Mr. Dupre's name. She must have at least met him. How can I get her to talk to me? Interesting. It's odd that only this window is shuttered. The curtain casts a mottled shadow over this corner of the room. Yeah, somebody doesn't like Mr. Dupre. I wonder what he did. Good morning, I'm a psychiatrist, Dr. Wakefield. Quite an impressive institution you have here. Can I ask for your assistance? I'm looking for a former patient of this institution. His name is Dupre. I'm sorry, sir, I've never heard that name before. Maybe one of your senior colleagues could know something about this former patient. Well, you could ask Miss Riswell in the entrance hall. She's been here for years. Maybe for too long. You know, we caretakers live here with the patients, and we are not allowed to leave the asylum's premises. This life can get to you if you don't take proper care. I try to keep as much distance as possible from the lunatics. Well, that's an interesting attitude to have, working in a place like this. Yeah, extra serving of Jell-O for sure. The asylum is quite big, but I can't help notice there aren't many patients around. Well, apart from those in the isolation ward, it is true that there are not many patients at present. There are even fewer of us caretakers now. We're only 3 for the whole hospital. For what I've been told, in the old times, the income was enough to provide for everything we needed: a complete staff, proper accommodation for the patients, and the best doctors. But as the newer, bigger regional asylums were built, the Crown's support was gradually withdrawn from East Hill. Soon, everyone started leaving, and this is what remains. Well, thank you in any case. I will leave you to work in peace. Alright. Ah, this is the room he was talking about with the mirrors. An unusually large mirror. Yeah, there's somebody on the other side there. Let's look out. There is a thin piece of metal holding the window open. Let's take it. Whoa! Dark as the room is now, I can see through the false mirror. There is a man on the other side, heavily restrained, desperately trying to free himself. He has an expression of unbearable horror on his face. Let's get through. Window is closed abruptly. Looks like a therapy log. Edward Rowan, 27. Acute dementia, September 25th, 1891. Mr. Rowan's condition is degenerated since the last session. He is restless, as if the morphine had no effect on him. For the last week he's been obsessive, troubled for reasons unknown. September 25th, 1891. The patient's dosage has been deviled to no effect. September 29th, 1891. Dr. Weddell has been attacked and bitten in the face. 4 men were needed to subdue the patient, Mr. Rowan. 3 markings were found on his body upon examination. Self-harm is a possible cause. October 3rd, 1891. Mr. Rowan is getting better day by day, both physically and mentally. His habits have changed considerably. He now shows an interest in religion and spends his time murmuring prayers, albeit ones unknown to my colleagues and me. Oh, that might not be a good sign. Any other logs? No? Okay, this is just the same logs. Gotcha. Okay. Now, what do you bet the odds are he's not there when we come back? He is still there, okay. Maybe we can ask about that. No, never mind. So what do we do with this piece of metal? Oh, can we open this window? No. Miss Cone is very upset. Please do not distress her further. Okay. So, she wants something to occupy her time. We need some money for the boy out here. Can we go somewhere else? No. Okay. Does this key open this up by any chance? No. You want a piece of metal? No. You want a key? I wonder where this key goes. He doesn't want that. Can we put the piece of metal back? Let's keep it closed so the room stays dark and I can see clearly through the mirror. Key doesn't work. What is the next step? Do you want a piece of metal? Do you want a key? Well, you gave me the key. What's this? Oh wait, I thought I could look at the vine. No. Inmate quarters. Right, can't get in there. Anything I can talk to the boy about? About the asylum. Maybe you bought a new. Okay. Yeah, we don't have enough money. Okay. I wish there was just a ask for change option. Like somebody has to have a sixpence. Then a piece of nickel. Here's to keep. The boy wouldn't want that, would he? No. He wouldn't want a key either. So, no. This guy doesn't want to talk. The window's closed. What's this on the table? A glass jar full of transparent liquid that may or may not be water. There is a coin resting at the bottom. Ooh, take it. Is that half a shilling? A sixpence! Let's go buy a paper. Why was it in water? Was that just like a thing in 1891? Just dropping coins in water? I would like a newspaper. Sixpence, is it? Here. Thank you, sir. Alright, let's read it. Today's Illustrated London News. First headline is about a grim case. Scotland Yard keeps its silence about the ambassador of Turkey, found dead last Saturday under mysterious circumstances. Our sources suspect he may have been murdered. The second, sea monster found in St. Ives. The remains of a serpent from the deep were found on the beach early yesterday morning. It is suspected they come from a seaside museum in Spain, destroyed a month ago by the sea waves during a terrifying storm. There's another drawing advertising an operetta called Love Brush Strokes. Okay. About the asylum. Alright. You know, there are always voices coming from the place at night, crying, singing, and the inhabitants cursing like damned souls. That's the usual. This night was different. It was all silent, I tell you. Not a single noise in the whole street. I looked at the madhouse and saw all the windows black, no lights. Everybody asleep in that place? Now that's strange. Then I heard it. It was a scream like no other I've ever heard. Not of a woman or a man, but of a devil from hell. That is very curious indeed. Thank you for telling me. Sure. Goodbye, boy. Goodbye, sir. Alright. Can we give the newspaper to Miss... I bet she'd like that. Why, thank you kindly. How thoughtful you are. Yay! Now we can go in here. I'm assuming. There we go. Perfect. This is the hospital archive, where a record of each patient must be stored. If Mr. Dupre was really committed at East Hill, his file should be here somewhere. The portrait of a restrained patient surrounded by caretakers and a doctor. It has been a long time since the desk was last used. It is covered in discarded papers and pens and a noticeable layer of dust. Alright, done. Can I look here? The drawers are all locked. What about over here? There's a small metal locker, a sign reads seized objects. Okay. Let's grab it. Some personal effects, probably sent in by the patient's families, but deemed unsafe by the caretakers. One of them is a stack of thick sheets of paper carelessly bound together, bearing the drawings and paintings of a troubled mind. Well, we'll take them. Watercolor paintings and drawings of different subjects. A tree, a vase with flowers, something that could be a portrait, but the colors are dispersed, shapes broken, decomposed and mixed in a whirl of bright flecks. Okay. Let's see, all the dates of this cabinet are prior to 1870. I'm looking for a more recent file. This cabinet contains many documents detailing the treatment of patients ranging from 2 decades ago to last year. His file is right here. Dupre, Alexander, room 108A. All the files are missing. It's as if they've been torn out. Only a little piece of paper remains with an address written on it. Paul Street, 26. Could that be where Alexander Dupre lived before he was committed to this hospital? Paul Street. I should follow this new lead and see if it takes me somewhere useful. Alright, we have access to Paul Street now. Cool. But let's go give the guy his stuff. Then I can get the Rorschach tests. Here, are these your drawings? Great wonder, they're back. Someday they will understand light and shape as I understand them. Thank you, friend. If you want to take these cardboard sheets, thanks to you I have no more need of them. A few folded cardboard sheets, each one with a large symmetric patch of black ink in the middle. I have heard of this technique, but always thought it an eccentricity. Patients are supposed to see in them the deeper causes of their ailment. This is the first card. Looks a little bit like a bird. This shape looks organic. Looks like a beetle. Almost like insects. Yeah, this one does too. I would say this could be a face. That looks a lot like the masks that they were wearing in the dream world. Wait a minute. Let's go show that to the lady, if we can. This is probably a horrible idea from a treatment perspective, but, you know. We're trying to, like, save a dude here who willingly went into the evil dimension, but whatever. Can we give it to her? No. Anything in here again? He's still in there. Okay. What about this guy? No? You want a Rorschach test, kid? Oh, okay. I guess it's to Paul Street now. This door is number 24. I'm looking for number 26. Paul Street, it ends here at this corner. Is this 26? Number 26. This is the place I was looking for. But the door is bricked up. I must find another way to get in. Bricked up. The windows are so thoroughly cemented over that it almost mixes with the facade. The ruins of an old chapel, apparently destroyed by fire. I hear whispering. A mess of wooden planks and the remains of benches and chairs. Yep. Hey! There's someone on their knees praying. Their face is covered by a hood. Can Did we talk? I guess not. Oh no, it's a bird. That's never a good sign. An improvised altar covered in candles. The wooden cross remains almost intact. With this candle, I can light my way through the dark. Yeah, let's take a candle. She won't notice. This looks like this hole leads to the building next door. Alright. Wakefield moves a little bit faster than Devitt did in the dark. This must be the interior of the bricked-up building I saw on the street, Mr. Dupre's former residence. This door is bricked up. I cannot tell who is depicted in the portrait since it's so badly damaged. It seems someone crushed it into the floor. There's something among the ashes. Ooh, what is it? It's a piece of paper. It looks like some kind of message, but there's only one half here. The paper has been carefully burnt. There's a piece of paper on the table. This paper shows some seemingly random letters. It seems as if half of it is missing. Can we combine them? Aha! This is strange. I put both halves together, but some letters seem to be missing from the right half. This message doesn't make any kind of sense. A military medal. There is a relief of Her Majesty the Queen and several pieces of metal engraved with the names of battles unknown to me. Let's take it. Maybe this will mean something to one of Alexander's fellow patients in the hospital. Like the one guy who says he's a coward. A worn military medal. The engraved text reads, "For distinguished conduct in the field." Plus there's a relief with the words, "Victoria Regina et Imperatrix." There are also a number of metal pieces with the names of battles. Laing's Neck, Schoenskut, and Majuba Hill. Few books remain in the shelf, mostly doubtful treatises in chemistry and alchemy. Among the titles are Trithemius's De Lapide Philosophico, Geber's De Inventione Veritatis, the anonymous work Turba Philosophum, and Ludwig Prin's Mysteries of the Worm. A large metal safe. Looks like the safe is working fine. I should give it a try. Alright, I am thinking that these papers are important somehow. VD. Let's see. I mean, these are all Roman numerals. So let's see, are these all the same? I think so. What's this? Portrait. One man in high-rank military uniform. He is missing an arm. Let's go back out. Well, let's go give the medal back. See if that gets us anywhere. Alright, sir, take this. This medal. I had one just like this. Got it after the battles of Laing's Neck and Majuba Hill in 1881, a decade ago now. For distinguished conduct in the field, it said. What a farce. So you were in the army? As I thought. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Dr. Wakefield. Sergeant William Conghill, Her Majesty's 6th Light Infantry. Are you another one of those alienists? Do you doctors not realize that cowardice cannot be cured by your arts? Why are they keeping you here? The doctors say I suffer from a nervous disorder. I believe this is a term for what they themselves, with all their learning, do not know what to say. But I know the true name of my sickness. It is pure cowardice. I am looking for a former patient of this hospital. You may have met him. His name is Alexander Dupre. Yes, I know a man by that name. We met briefly. He was here when I arrived. What do you know about him? He was a proper lad, educated. He listened closely to the stories of the other inmates, but he kept his own to himself. We talked a lot. He was very close to Miss Cohn, too. I think they got here at the same time. But when he left, he did so alone. I wonder what has become of him since. Who is this Miss Cohn? She is a patient here, a lady with a tempestuous character. You may have already encountered her. She has not been the same since Mr. Dupre left, you know. She always sits to the side, alone and silent. I doubt you could talk to her at all, even if you tried. She sees things, or at least she thinks she does. What did you talk about, you and Mr. Dupre? We talked about my time in the south of Africa. I don't like to talk about that, but he somehow made me want to. He was persuasive. He was very interested in one specific story, almost obsessive about it. He wanted to know every little detail. Could you tell me that story? I'm trying to find a patient of mine who has gone missing, and this could be my only hope of finding him. I don't like to relive those memories. A missing patient, you say? Alright, maybe my story will be of some use then. It happened during the Battle of Majuba Hill. I'm sure you've heard of it, in March of 81. The attack of the Boer army had taken us by surprise, and our regiment was forced to split up. We quickly find ourselves alone, just a few men lost on the barren plain. But I don't want to bore you. No, sir, you certainly aren't. Please continue. Oh boy. As I said, we were few, and we were sure the enemy was lurking out there in the cold air of dusk. A thick fog formed quickly, masking everything around us. We could barely see each other. Oh boy. Oh, we're walking. Gotcha. They and the others started to disappear in the fog, which was getting thicker and thicker. I could still hear their footsteps for a while, then nothing. I called their names aloud even though I knew. Oh, it went away. Something about the fog terrified me. I felt something in there, not far, a murmur or a beating, something alive, waiting. I couldn't help but walk toward it. All of a sudden, my feet felt something in the mud, a body. They were all there. Only Captain Skid was missing. Whoa. Who is that? Then the mist cleared out. What had happened? I never knew for certain. I didn't see anything, or if I did, my mind refused to bear such memories. What happened to Captain Skid? When he finally regained consciousness, it was like someone else looked out at his eyes, at us through his eyes. I guess whatever happened affected him, changed him. I knew he came back to London. Mr. Dupre asked me of his whereabouts. Maybe he tried to contact him to hear the rest of the story. He was quite preoccupied by it. Do you know where I could find Captain Skid? The last I heard from fellow veterans, he had lost himself to a frenzy of alcohol, opium, and bad company. This downward spiral led him, as many others, to a wretched nadir, a dirty hole deep in St. Giles' Rookery known as the Crimson Nest. Mayhap you will find him there, alive even if you're lucky. Here, this is a picture of our regiment. You can see him there. Alright, we have St. Giles. Would this photograph help? Nope. Alright, St. Giles. Here we go. This is the slum of St. Giles. The Crimson Nest shouldn't be far. Hey, this is from the dream. you sure this is real? Is this a dream? This man, he looks like the man from my nightmares. He's blind in one eye. The empty socket glistens in the lamplight. He seems to want something from me. In my dream, the man had said, "Give me back what he took." The cards? The photograph? He doesn't look like anyone in this picture. I doubt it has ever been his. "Give me back what he took," he said in my nightmare. Candle? The paper? Can I... What did he take? I can't get past him, can I? Am I gonna have to break into the safe? I wonder if I'm gonna have to solve that safe puzzle first. I'm gonna assume so. Guest starring my phone. Let's try to figure this out then. Let's see. Interesting. So I see a 6, but I don't see. Wait. Would exposing its... Aha! Yep, the heat from the candles reveal a set of letters. Okay. The whole message is readable now. It seems to be Latin. I think it reads, "I've seen a dead eyelid move." Ugh. So 6145. Got it. Alright. 6 1 4 5. It's empty. Wait, this is not a safe, but an entrance to a passage. It is completely dark. The only way to know where it leads is by crawling in. What is this? Whoa, what is that? There is someone sitting here wearing a horrible mask and a yellow robe. He's not moving. It's empty. It's only a yellow robe. There's no body inside at all. What can be the meaning of this? Uh-oh. Creaking of the machine, stop. Okay, mathematical formula written casting carelessly some of the symbols I've never seen before. Alright, so this was a secret meeting place. Let's get out of here. Okay, bye. She's still in there. Okay, she's gone. Ah, the mask I found in Alexander Dupre's residence is similar to those used by ancient Greek theater. The holes for the eyes are missing, so it would be impossible for the wearer to see a thing. The expression is one of excruciating horror. Well, that was freaky. Very freaky. And she's gone. So I'm assuming this is what he took that we're going to have to give. So here we go. He looks to the mask for a second, only to stare at me again. Give me back what he took, he had said in my nightmare. Well then... I don't understand. Give me back what he took. Well, what did he take? I wonder if I could show this mask to that lady. Gaze. Huh. Oh, yeah, the mask. It is the isolation ward for you this time, madam. The face of the playwright, the face of the playwright. Oh, the face of the playwright, huh? Wait. The man is striking the glass strongly with his fists. His expression is of pure hate. I don't think he can see me, but I feel that somehow he knows I'm here. Let's head to the isolation ward then. No, it's open. Perfect. Not much light manages to reach this room. Interesting. Huh. hear the fly. I'm trying to find anything from this guy? Or what? Oh, wait a minute. If there's a fly in here... Ooh, what was that? I heard like a crack. There's another one. There's another one. Alright, something keeps making a weird noise in here. Let's see if we can find it. Aha. He showed me the right path. The path of birds. I followed it. I followed it across that place. Aha! I could peek through and saw the true shapes. They shook and twisted and screamed. They screamed so much. Now that I've seen beneath their masks, they cannot trick me anymore. Not anymore. No. What do you think about this mask? What do you think about these cards? I could try to talk to him first. Hello, my name is Wakefield. The butterfly is not what it seems. Excuse me, but what butterfly? There is more after the scarab. Let's show him these. Is this the butterfly you talked about? It displays its wonderful colors, fills your eyes with awe, but this is only a show. Behind the veil, its body crawls on the dirty ground, hides in the darkness, and transforms another of its lies. So what would this be? Its dark body creaks and rustles with its blind movements. Slowly, step by step, it gets closer and closer and closer. What about this one? It will come, whatever you do. It will cry out loud, looking at you from everywhere at the same time. What about this one? Him. Him. His mask. My mate from the other room used to scream at night, always told us he could feel something under his bed, a presence, an eyeless gaze. Anything else? Alright. Let's check out the second room. An old pendant on the dresser looks valuable. Let's take it. An old tarnished silver pendant. That's nice. I like the perspective from the prison bars there. That's nice. Let's check this one first. An expensive looking piece of furniture. There's nothing on it. This is a particularly nice room for isolation. Wait, no. Go back in. An impressive painting of a lovely maiden. It is equipped with a fitting, magnificent frame. A mirror covered in dust. I wonder what things it has seen in this room. Could this be the room of the patient's mate who was afraid of his presence under his bed? What's underneath there? Oh. Secret room. There is something written on the wall. One of them came last night. I knew what it actually was because of the sign it carried, the sign of the eye. I killed it and hid it well. If more come, they will not find their friend nor its eye. Killed it? The door is bricked up. Why would they do something like that? The window is sealed too. Almost no light can reach this room. I doubt anyone has slept in this place for a long time. Ah, it seems one of the tiles is loose. I cannot get it out with my bare hands. It's too heavy. What about this piece of metal? There we go. There's something there half buried in the soil under the tile. Oh, a dead bird? It's a long dead bird, just feathers and bones. Is that an eye? It's holding something in its beak. A dirty and horribly deformed glass eye. That's what he took. I see now. Gotcha. This door is closed for good with bricks, like they're pretending it never existed. They didn't even try to disguise it. A bunch of bricks. Either the construction is recent and not yet finished, or they were in a hurry to seal this room up. The playwright. The door is shut and locked. There's no way to open it. Isolation cells. Okay. Room 106A. What's this one? 108A. 104A. 108A. Wasn't that the room that he was in? 102A. I wonder what that silver pendant is for. Alright, Giles then. Give him the eye. Huh. Weird. This must be the Crimson Nest. I've heard of such places where people lose their minds to opium shipped from the Orient. I never thought I would set foot in one. Yeah. An addict, completely asleep. What's this? What's the matter, madam? My husband, he's unconscious. Please, dear, wake up. I am a doctor. Please let me see him. I'm sorry, he's not breathing and has no pulse. Your husband passed away hours ago. No, 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 it can't be. Madam. I'm late. This time I couldn't save him. What do you mean, this time? I discovered my husband's addiction to this hellish drug they call opium months ago. At first I thought he was sick, as I saw him grow thinner every day. Then I discovered he was visiting this place. I was very worried. I tried to dissuade him, but he wouldn't listen. The addiction was stronger than he was. At times he was away for days. I would come here and find him passed out. The only way I could wake him was to put these smelling salts under his nose. Now it's too late. Here, take the vial. Maybe you will be in time to save another soul from this curse. Oh, wait a minute. Let's go look in at our fella back at the asylum who was banging on the door, or on the glass. Curious how that's going to end up. Oh, there's a big crack on the glass, and the door's open. Okay, we don't know how that ended up, but something happened apparently. Wrong button. Back to the opium den. A woman looking at the roof with her eyes going white. She's muttering some ramblings. The musician is intoxicated with the drug smoke that fills the air. The repeated arrangement gives the sensation that time flows slowly. A short-haired woman smoking without worry. Who's this? Hello, I'm looking for a man who I believe frequents this establishment. A war veteran from the south of Africa called Skid. He is writing on a slate. Can you understand what I'm saying? He has written "can't hear," so I suppose I should communicate with him by writing on this slate. Looking for Captain Skid. Don't know. He doesn't know the captain's name then. The young couple seem to have come here together to enjoy this despicable vice. The man is curled up under a blanket, trembling as if he was freezing. It could be an effect of the drug. A man lying on his back, his breathing raspy and layered with phlegm and other liquids. The smoke has eaten away at his lungs. Let's show him the photograph. Look at this photograph! He has written something else. Object of value. What does he mean by that? Pendant? Oh, he wanted a bribe? I don't think he likes me much. I should hurry. What do we got here? A table with several opium pipes on top. Some of them have been used recently. A Chinese screen with floral ornament. It is Captain Skid, no doubt. He is unconscious, but he still breathes. Let's wake him up. What's the matter? Who let you in? Get out! My name is Wakefield. I need to talk to you. Are you Captain Skid, Her Majesty's 6th Light Infantry? The title belongs to me no more. Who are you, and what do you want from me? Leave me alone with my misery. A soldier that used to serve under your command told me I might find you here. William Conghill. Yes, I remember him. We served together. I have made many mistakes trying to forget those years of my life. Now I am afraid those memories will follow me to my grave. I'm looking for information about a man called Alexander Dupre. I used to know a Dupre. He was not a man, but a fiend. What do you want with someone like him? There are certain secrets that are better left undisturbed. Let's talk. Yeah, a patient of mine has disappeared. Alexander is the only one that may know his whereabouts. If it is true that Dupre is involved in your patient's disappearance, then I'm afraid the matter is out of my reach. Yours too. Now please leave me alone. Have you ever heard the name Jeremiah Devitt? I must find him. Devitt? No, I have not. I found your medal. It was in a house on Paul Street, door 26. You were there, right? You think you know what you're doing, but you cannot imagine what you're getting into. I'm asking you for the last time, leave and forget this matter. I will not leave until I find the answers I'm seeking. Tell me what I want to know. You fool. That's... for the devil's sake. Alright, if you want to ruin your life, you're free to do it. Wow. Okay, we got some big questions here. Let's talk Majuba Hill. What really happened on Majuba Hill? Sergeant Conghill told me the story, but his details were confusing. I will never be able to forget that day. Nobody knew what really happened. Command decided that we must have been ambushed. Now I know better. There was something in that fog. Something that did not like us entering its domain. A sentinel of some sort. That thing is what killed my soldiers. How did you meet Alexander Dupre? I was in the Veterans Hospital recovering from an illness unknown to the physicians, an ailment of the soul. Dupre managed to contact me there. He wanted to know my version of the story, what had happened to me in the Battle of Majuba Hill. Inside that house, I saw a machine still operating. What was that? A machine? I don't know what you're talking about. That was just one of many places used as a base for Alexander's activities. The only one whose no location I was allowed to know. Let's see. Activity. Yeah. Let's talk about this one, actually. You know why he was so interested in your story? I did not know immediately, but with time I realized. The truth about what happened to me was important to his activities, as was I myself. But if you think he tricked me, you could not be more wrong. I wanted to enter the dragon's mouth. I burned with a need to know. What was Mr. Dupre doing then? You really don't know, do you? Have you ever heard of the playwright? Ah, we've been hearing that several times now. Yes, I've heard it mentioned before. What is it? Whoa, what's going on? As I imagine, you know nothing. Dupre is not alone. He is but the peak of a pyramid, a vast group in which powerful people take part. A society acting in secret, ruled by a single sacred law. See that no one knows. I was part of it. Dupre himself recommended me. We gathered every month. What we saw, you cannot imagine. A curtain of normalcy protects the mind from something, an outer something. The fog of the veil protected us. But through the veil we could peek out into the abyss. We could know of the unspeakable shapes that writhe beyond. A black nothingness entirely full of horrors. We could never cross the threshold. What we saw was forbidden. Look at me. Forbidden! I could not bear it anymore, so I ran and I hid from them. It was too late to run or to forget. I must go back to East Hill and try to talk to Miss Cohn. If what the captain said is true, she must have been one of them. She could know where to find them. Where to find them. What? 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 I cannot do this anymore. I don't care, I just want us to be together. You know it is too hard, I don't feel free. I know, dear, I know, we will figure it out. How are you home so early? I knew all along. How could you? You know, you never loved each other. Silence, you have no honor. And you, what do you have to say? Why, I've given you everything. You wouldn't understand, Enough, you will leave in the morning. I won't see you ever again. I'll wait for you at dawn under the old windmill, so you can try to recover what little honor you once had. I'll be there. Huh. That was weird. This continues to be weird. Wait. What? I must have fainted. What is this? Where am I? Huh? A matchbox. This could be useful. A common matchbox. I cannot see outside clearly. An old piece of furniture. There are marks in the dust on the floor. It looks like this chair has been moved recently. Shifting the chair revealed a small dark hole in the wall. Is the door locked? Oh, let's see. A small hole in the wall. It's too dark to see inside. Can we open the door? The door is shut for good and it has no knob, no keyhole either. Wow. The match is too short. I cannot stretch my hand in farther to see what lies beyond the hole. There's a blanket on the bed. I'm taking a shred of it. swear I saw a pair of feet in there. Who is there? We have met before. I cannot see you. Who are you? Do you not recognize my voice? No, I'm sorry, I do not. Do you know what this place is? It is the starting point, the first place to look. But who are you? What are you doing there? Remember this, I will not be here forever. Darkness will light your way. Stay out of the light, then I will disappear, and you will be alone in the end. I don't understand. Tell me who you are. I can hear breathing behind the wall. Can we open the door yet? Alright, what else can we do? Blanket's ruined. I must take it with me. There we go. What? Wait, what? Hey! Devitt, is that you, Devitt? What? Wait, what? The 4 witnesses. Oh, that looks like blood. Oh. Tell me, why are you doing this? Is it because you care about your patients? Or out of scientific curiosity? Is it for your pride? Because it is your professional responsibility? Or is it because it is the right thing to do? Why are you doing this? Oh, no, Devitt! It's alright, my lieb Front. How are you feeling? I feel dizzy. What happened? Where are we? In my house. I went to East Hill to meet you and found you inside one of the cells, unconscious, your clothes stenching of opium smoke. I had you brought here. You've been out for a day and a half. A day and a half? Whoa. I think it's coming back to me. I was at one of those opium dens. I might have passed out after breathing that dense smoke. Listen, I have much to tell you. My investigation unearthed a great deal of new information. Alexander was indeed institutionalized in East Hill, but his files were missing. I managed to track down a man who knew him. He told me a story you would not believe, and there was this woman, a patient at the hospital. She was completely out of her mind. She attacked me. What is happening to these people, Kaufman? How is this Alexander related to Mr. Devitt? I think this patient, Mr. Cohn, might know how to find Alexander. We must go back there and talk to her, whatever it takes. I am afraid that will not be possible. What do you mean? Frau Cohn is no longer at East Hill. She escaped last night. God almighty. Do not worry, mein friend. I think I may know where she is hiding. Get ready. We must leave promptly. Alright. Does this take us back to the epilogue, I think? Oh, here we are. They are coming. Aha, yep. They're letting him in. Now that the door has been opened, they are coming. That's a lot of birds. The door is opened. The adventure continues in episode 2. Let's jump right in. Statue description by Quaestor. Huh. Mirror description. Oh, that's cool. They had like backers write descriptions for things. That's neat. Alright, let's see what's going on. Wait, we already know what happened because we just played through it. So we can skip it for now. I must forget nothing. What? Everything must be set. When the time comes, and I am visited again. Huh. Interesting. For a moment, the sky was dark. We heard the calls of 1,000 birds. But another sound rose above them. A sound I cannot describe. What? What? What just happened in here? Where is Miss Corn? We are too late. It is ashes. The windows are covered with wooden planks. It looks as if she were trying to keep someone from entering. Or something from getting out. Chalk, a circle, drawn hastily on the floor. She thought it could prevent what she knew was about to happen, but she was wrong. I don't know what to make of all this. I do. Uh-oh. Are you alright, Kaufman? It is nothing, mein Freund. Just a bit of a cold. Now, mein Freund, I think we should talk. In light of the events we have recently witnessed, the matter cannot be delayed any further. You must make an important decision. It is not yet too late to go back to our daily lives. If you do not want to continue, you must forget all about your patient, Jeremiah Devitt. You'll have to keep to yourself everything you have learned about the mystery of his disappearance and never talk about it again. But should you wish to continue this search, you will need to accept the consequences, whatever they may be. Please do not take this decision lightly. The path ahead is not without peril. You know my answer already, Kaufman. I must know what happened to Devitt. So be it, then. As you may have already realized, this matter involving your patient transcends the limits of psychiatry as we know it. We're not dealing with the effects of trauma or the demons of the subconscious, at least not in the terms we're used to. We're dealing with something old, something dark, a sinister truth that has been buried for generations. This man, Alexander Dupre, and his organization, I think they seek to uncover these secrets, and I fear they might have already. Miss Corn's fate, whatever it was, must be related somehow, but my knowledge of this area is simply not sufficient. We must pay a visit to an old friend, someone I never thought I would want to see again. The man who introduced me to the extended scientific field of the occult. My mentor, Professor Adam Wright. Alright. My dearest visitor. Wickport. Right manner. I like the whole map system. That's a nice new touch in this season. doubt he is away at this time of day. Perhaps he cannot hear us from the front. Let us try the back door. Mrs. Oakwood. She is the manor's housekeeper. Yes, who is it? Good morning, Miss Oakwood. Don't you remember me? Why, Dr. Kaufman, bless my soul, it's been so long I hardly recognize you. How nice to see you again. Allow me to introduce my colleague, Dr. John Wakefield. Is the professor at home? We would like to see him. Why, yes, doctor, of course. I'm quite forgetting myself. Let me take you to him. It is really good of you to come. He receives so few visitors these days on account of his condition. His condition? Oh, sir, I am sorry. I thought you knew. The professor, he suffers from an ailment afflicting his brain. He's now entirely confined to his bed. Professor Wright, you have visitors. One of them is your old friend. Look, do you recognize him? It is Johann, Professor, your old pupil. I reckon he does remember you, Johann. It's been a long time since I've seen him so excited. I will leave you two to talk to the professor. It may be difficult to keep him on one subject for long, but oh, it does him such a world of good to speak with old friends. Should you need my assistance, I'll be in the backyard. Professor? Uncle James, you're back. It is I, Professor, Johann Kaufman. Where is Father? Where has he been taken? He suffers from some kind of memory loss. Yes, I'm afraid he will not tell us much in this state. If we could but stimulate his memories. Maybe then he could tell us of his research, something to unravel the mystery of the playwright. Perhaps. We have few other options in any case. Let us try. Why don't you explore the manor? There may be some object we can use to jog the professor's memory. Meanwhile, I'll try to talk to him about the time we researched together. That could also help him remember. Alright. Professor Wright's gaze remains fixed on the window as though he were waiting for someone. The snow is falling outside, slow and silent. Professor Wright? Father, why must you spend so much time away? Father. Huh. A large wardrobe of engraved wood. A lamp provides a soft glow that somehow lacks warmth. An oil painting, it shows an obscure medieval scene. It's locked. The sign of the door reads attic. Yeah, attics aren't good in this instance. Oh, what's in here? Bathroom! Though I see myself in the mirror, the reflection is strangely distorted. A large porcelain tub, its hefty weight supported on 4 blackened iron feet. A thin ring of damp residue around its interior suggests recent use. A common radiator. Okay. It won't open. Well, let's look around. A portrait of Professor Wright. His appearance was quite different back then, an imposing, inquisitive figure. Huh. So what happened to him? It's locked. Hey, what's this? A gilded pipe. It runs from the room at the end of the corridor to the room upstairs. Let's follow it. A gilded pipe. It runs from the ground to the corridor. A cast iron wood stove. Huh, does it go all the way here? May I ask you something, Mrs. Oakwood? Of course, Doctor. Yeah, let's talk about that. How did the professor become afflicted? Yeah, this is getting layers of fearsy, isn't it? The ailment runs in his family. Mr. Wright suffers from it, as did his father and grandmother before him. It is truly a terrible thing, and to think all these years Mr. Wright knew what would become of him. May God have pity on his poor soul. The ailment that runs in Professor Wright's family, do you know what its symptoms are? Well, I can't speak those very long words physicians use, but I can tell you what I see in him. Professor Wright hardly remembers a thing from the last 40 years. It's like he's a child again. With God's mercy, it has now gone so far that it torments him no longer. I will leave you to your work, thank you. Have a good day, Dr. Wakefield. A thick layer of ice covers the pool of water. The tree looks ancient, probably older than the manor itself. What is this? The queen has removed her mask. There was an empty hole where her face should be. Well, that's creepy. The statue portrays a clergyman hiding his face behind a mask. What's this? The central statue portrays a cloaked figure holding a clay vessel. The vessel has a small hole in it, just large enough to see a metal object hidden inside. The statue portrays a peasant woman with her face hidden by a mask. What about this tree? A stiff tree almost seems like a statue itself. The sage has removed his mask. There's an empty hole where his face should be. So wait, two of them are holding masks open. What's this? When the four remove the mask of lies, the path to the grave will be cleared. Well, how do we get him to remove his mask? I'm assuming that's a puzzle for later. Let's go around to the front. Can we go into the front door now? Wait, what's this? There's a strange ornament on the wall. I think I can move it. Let's do it. Ooh. Weird. Like an arch and a rook. Oh, I can... Oh, okay. Still locked. Right, let's go around to the side. Yeah, let's see. Oh, there's a door over there. Let's check that out. The door is locked shut. A small sign reads basement. A bread oven. Cool. Various ingredients. Glass jars filled with spices and pickled food. Oh, I thought I could like grab one of them. This is another one of them Scratches kitchens. Now we gotta go find some candles. A sea landscape. It's locked. A porcelain jar containing some dried branches. Is this the... Ah, that's the front door we just opened. Okay, cool. We're just gonna leave it open. Ooh. Moody. Professor Wright has an eclectic collection from old adventure novels to treatises on the occult sciences. Some of these titles, I believe, have been forbidden by the Crown. Ooh. A tin soldier looks to have been painted by hand. It commemorates some military campaign that I've not heard of. Let's take it. Could it hold some special significance to Professor Wright? Perhaps it will help stimulate his memories. Well, we'll go show it to him in a minute. A painting of the cliffs of this region. The fire burns fiercely, rendering the air thick and heavy in this room. A globe. The surface is extraordinarily detailed. Judging by the strange shape of the continents, this must derive from a fictional work, or some prehistoric era. Huh. Oh, wait. That's interesting. Huh. You can press them down. Wonder what for. What's that? This log, they can hear the racket of many birds on the other side. I wouldn't want to go in there right now. Locked. Or won't open. Okay, well, let's go show him the soldier, see what that does. Russian figure on the beach with his face is shrouded by a hood. The script is from a language unknown to me. I'm thinking the professor here was into some suspect things, you know? Alright, let's show him the soldier. Do you recognize this, Professor Wright? Sergeant Downing was sent to the front. The man that returned was not Sergeant Downing. My dearest visitor, he will know where to look. Oh, what a time we will have. Your visitor? What do you mean, Professor? He will have seen the map, and he will know the Book of Travels. The Book of Travels? Yes, he will work it out, but must not be too easy, no. But he will find the prize, I'm sure. Prize? What on earth is he talking about, Kaufman? Something concealed, something precious. In his addle state, could he have hidden away parts of his research? He was always a proud man. He would not have easily have forgotten his most groundbreaking work. The sense of its grave importance, at least, would have remained. In his confusion, perhaps he has hid it away somewhere for this dearest visitor of his to find. Why don't you explore the manor? Perhaps something will relate to these latest ramblings. Meanwhile, I will continue my endeavors to revive his memory through conversation. Alright. Let's, as mentioned, title of the book. What do you mean by that? The library again? Let's look. There's a large volume here, quite worn. It is an illustrated edition of The Travels of Marco Polo. Perhaps this is the book of travels that Professor Wright mentioned. There's a mark on one of the pages. We began our journey by crossing the unforgiving desert, always facing the setting sun. At last, we arrived at the merciful side of the great ocean. We followed the coast north in hope of reaching our home soon. Okay. I'm assuming this is part of a puzzle. It was not to be. The king of the land we traversed had declared war on the Great Khan, so we were forced to return as we had come. We never set foot in that bloody land again. We knew there was a port just a few miles to the south where we could find a boat. Our sea voyage was short, as our sails billowed with the powerful southern winds. We reached the easternmost cape and landed there, our backs to the sea. We marched forth and soon reached home. A painting. Okay. So that has something to do with this. So let's remember here. So the first one was the unforgiving desert. Always facing the setting sun. Wait, what's this? Oh, that's... Okay, cool. We have a reference then. Nice. At last we arrived at the merciful sight of the ocean. Right, we followed the coast north in dear hope of reaching. So here, it was not to be. The king of the land we traversed declared war. We were first to return as we had come. Okay. I knew there was a port just a few miles. So they found a port there. And then here? No. Alright, so hope we're reaching our home soon. King of the land. And about we reached the easternmost cape and landed there. So wait a minute. We arrived. Is this... Do I have this wrong? We followed the coast north. Merciful sight. Alright, so maybe this. Let's see. And then, so we did that. Last we arrived at the merciful side of the great ocean. They followed the coast north. Alright. So, then they came back. Then they came back there. Then they came there. Then they came there? No. Gotcha. So not quite. Alright, let's try this again. We began our journey by crossing the unforgiving desert. So that's the desert. At last, we arrived at the merciful sight of the great ocean. We followed the coast north. But then, so they were forced to return as they'd come. So here, then here, and there, and there. Aha! Got it. It seems to have triggered a hidden mechanism. A small compartment has opened in the globe. There's a sealed letter inside. It is simply addressed to my dearest visitor. Excuse me. Kaufman needs to see this before it is opened. Oh, why does Kaufman get all the fun? Alright, well, let's show it to him. That was a fun puzzle. I thought that was interesting. Hey, Kaufman, check it out. Kaufman, look, I found an envelope. It was hidden inside a globe that a strange mechanism opened. To my dearest visitor. Let's see what's inside. Exactly. This is another part of an intricate riddle. But to what purpose? To conceal something, perhaps? Or just the last acts of a confused and drowning mind? I am increasingly of the opinion that this is some mental construct, some riddle conjured up by the professor's failing mind. He may not have even understood what he hid. Those seeking wisdom must first know their own foolishness. Reflect on yourself in the heat of passion, to reveal what the cold eye of logic sees not. A riddle, and who would that visitor be? That is unknown to me, my friend. There is only one way to discover that question. If we can find the answer to the professor's riddle, perhaps we will be able to solve this mystery. Okay. Let's see. Reflect on yourself, said the riddle, and the cold eye of logic sees not. Could there be something here hidden somehow? Let's turn the tub on. Or the radiator. No. Though I see myself, the reflection is strangely distorted. Okay. Wait. Is there anything I can do in here? A gilded pipe. That's that same pipe that's running through the whole house. Well, let's see what else we have going on in this house. Oh, wait. She's in here now. Let me ask you something, of course. Do you know, is the professor fond of puzzles or riddles? Oh, indeed, yes. He's been an enthusiast of every mind game you can imagine. In better days, he would host parties every other month. Themed soirees, he called them. Oh, those were good times. Seems long ago now. Alright, so he's fond of riddles. Gotcha. Oh, a matchbox. Oh, that's new. Various ingredients. An old teapot. That looked kind of... It's filled with cold water. Wait a minute. Can I heat up the teapot in the stove? If I want to heat the teapot, I'll need to start a fire first. The stove already has plenty of wood. Okay. There we go. The water will cool soon. Let's run upstairs. Aha! Let's fog the mirror. Quick, let's go. Run, run, run! Fog the mirror. Reflect on yourself in the heat of passion to reveal knowledge that the cold eye of logic sees not. Condensation from the teapot steam has revealed a hidden message. I'll add this clue to the letter. Knowing yourself, you may look upon your master, meet his imposing gaze, and seek to understand what lies beneath. Thereby, learn the question, if not the final answer. Say what? Master. Wait. Let me, wonder if... Well, I can't show this to somebody. I'd show it to Kaufman and ask him what he thinks. But then Kaufman is... his apprentice. Let's see. Ah. Yeah, it said he was imposing, didn't it? As I suspected, there's a small key taped to the back of the picture frame and a note. I'll add this to the letter. The question is the world from the peak of man's tallest tower. The answer yearns up to it from the root of life and time itself. Say what? Oh, the attic? Man's tallest tower? An attic? Maybe? Let's see. Ah, nice. There are birds in here? No, good. A shelf covered in old ornaments, pieces of metalwork, and pipes of strange shapes. What's that? Ooh. An unusual electrical device. I'm unfamiliar with its function, but I can tell that there is a piece of equipment missing. Oh yeah, there's a dial. I'm assuming that needs to go there. Ooh, nice view out the window. The answer yearns up to it from the very root of life and time itself. I should check if there is something hidden near that tree. Ah, smart. The root. Gotcha. Gotcha. Cloaked figure, clergyman, sage. Are these just the same? Yeah. And what's this? Is this another one of those mechanisms? Yes. Bird. 2 different kinds of birds. Interesting. Let's go look at the tree. It looks as though something has been concealed beneath the thick roots. Let's pick it up. Another note and a key bound together. I'll add this clue to the letter. It is a truth our ancestors knew, and with stone silence came to unknow. The key has been engraved with the shape of a feather. Huh. Anything cool here? There's definitely something in there. What's this? It's locked. Does this key doesn't fit? Okay. Does it fit in here? Nope. And then those are just the doors we've already opened. Does it go to the basement? Or wait a minute. This door maybe? With all the birds? Yes! Inside this cage is a bird with a black head and orange breast, the sign range Pirhula Pirhula. A truth that our ancestors knew and through stone silence came to unknow. It's a small compartment in the base of the bust. Inside this a note. Then away by entering the gnashing jaws of primal horror. Primal horror? Connect the voice. Krupa epox. Turdus marula. Passer domesticus. A bird with red feathers on its head. Erythacus rubicula. An embroidered cloth. On it is written, if the birds are silent, the prey trails off. The bird inside this has yellowish-brown feathers. The sign on the cage reads Cardulus flavirostus. Curious sign reads Porphyrio eleni. Lucinia. Bird inside this quiet. Well, can I silence all of them? How does this work? I'm assuming there's like a if the birds fall silent. Yeah, it's not quite working. We'll come back to that. Let me read this again. That only by entering the gnashing jaws of primal horror. Jaws. Ah, wait a minute. Uh-huh. There's something hidden in the lion's mouth. A lever. Ooh. I think it has triggered some mechanism inside the manor. There's also a note in here. I'll add this clue to the letter. Will at last you know truth? Could this be the last part of the riddle? Ooh. Well, it's 10:30, so I think that's a good time to call it for this evening, but interesting things are happening for sure. So we will pick this up again next week with the remainder of The Last Door. Thanks, everybody, and see you next time.